Face front, true believers. The man is speaking. Hi, everyone! Stan the man. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. That sounded unintentionally misogynistic. I did not mean it that way. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. Today we're talking about a movie. Movies and TVs that we do here, and that movie is Stan Lee. Stan Lee is a new documentary co-produced by Marvel Studios that is now streaming on Disney Plus and maybe Hulu too. I'm not sure, but for sure it's Disney Plus. This is made in celebration of what would have been Mr. Lee's 100th birthday. It is directed by David Gelb, who previously did the documentary Wolfgang, which I thought was just fine, about Wolfgang Puck, and now he is, which is also on Disney Plus, he's now back with Stan Lee. And Stan Lee is, well, it's the story of Stan Lee. He began his life as a young man during the Great Depression, tending to clothing. He worked in a clothing factory on his father's behalf to help his father, who was struggling during the Great Depression. He then was known as Stanley Lieber, and then eventually he became a young editor who they just forgot to fire at 17, and he basically ran the joint at what was then Timely Comics, and then Atlas Comics, and then Marvel Comics. And he would go on to become a legend of movies and comics and just pop culture in general. Stan Lee became one of those rare figures in the field of in his field to be known worldwide and to be like a recognizable brand name in a lot of ways. And he was sort of the Walt Disney of nerds, and this is his story and the ups and downs on his road to becoming Stan Lee. Excelsior, true believers. So, you're probably thinking, Grant's not going to be at all biased about this, aren't you? And you're right. Stan Lee, the documentary, much like Stan Lee the man, is great. I really loved it. And what I loved about it is, it's simple, it's celebratory, absolutely. But Stan Lee is absolutely someone worth celebrating. This is an amazing human being who did stuff that was so radical in comics, representing prejudice and bigotry and going against it in the comic book form, putting a black superhero in Marvel Comics before anybody else really did it. And in fact, was one of the first entertainment companies to integrate his characters in a way that was really meaningful. We also have the 3-issue arc involving Peter Parker trying to help his friend with his struggles with drug addiction. That he radically did it without the then kind of rigid and kind of shitty comics code. He went against it, and he kept it without that, and to great success. But the other thing that Stan Lee did that I think is why he's beloved today is that DC, as great as DC is, DC, everyone was a god. All the characters were gods. They were unstoppable. They were infallible. Stan Lee wanted to make superheroes with problems. Superheroes like you and me. People like Peter Parker who, when they're Spider-Man, get adulation and or a venom from the public. But when he's a normal guy, he's just scrawny little Peter Parker trying to get a date with Mary Jane and trying not to, embarrass himself in front of her and just trying to get by and be a good photographer at the Daily Bugle. Like, we see these... He wanted to make a superhero, he often said, in this film and elsewhere, that was a kid, but he wasn't a sidekick. He wasn't someone who, served the hero. He was the hero. And he had to deal with the problems that every teenager had to deal with, along with saving the city. That was really cool, and he pulled it off. And nerds like yours truly, grew up inspired by those stories. The Fantastic Four, it's a dysfunctional family who also happens to have superpowers. The X-Men, they're mutants who are hated and feared by society, and there's ideological lines amongst them, much like there was during the Civil Rights Movement. There's all these things that he did that was so amazing, and he brought that place back to life. Now, does this movie ignore the few flaws in Stan Lee's character? No, it's pretty celebratory. And even when they bring up the specter of, say, the rivalry between him and Jack Kirby, it's kind of clearly done in the favor of Stan Lee. And I also have to say that there's a moment in the movie toward the last section where they time jump from like 1972 to like 2010, right after the first Iron Man comes out. And you're kind of like, wait a second, where's the other stuff? The movie's only about 85 minutes. And so you're missing that necessary stuff. It could easily have been a 2-hour documentary. But that being said, for Stan the Man and for how wonderful this documentary was, I'm still going to give it, yeah, you see it, bang, 5 out of 5 stars. 4. Can't go plus with it, but 5 out of 5 stars for Stan Lee. This is a really good documentary about a really great man. Highly recommend checking it out. It is streaming, again, on Disney+. Alright, that's it. We will be back, first off, Trailer Trash None, watch on Disney+. Was there Storma? Yes, there were some visual bits at the beginning, but nothing after. Alright, that's it. We will be back later tonight for a review of the horror thriller Jagged Mind. We will also have reviews on the horizon for Run Rabbit Run, which I saw at Sundance this year. We'll be reviewing it. We also will have reviews coming down the line for Mad Heidi, No Hard Feelings, Asteroid City, World's Best, and then we will be heading off to Utah, where we'll have reviews of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken, Sound of Freedom, and many and others. So that's all coming up. That'll all be next time, and the midterm report. So that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love all classes missed. I live 3,000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. If that's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's a Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews this and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at RaisedOnPopcornWithGrant, Twitter at RaisedGrant, Facebook RaisedOnPopcornWithGrant, Instagram at RaisedOnPopcornWithGrant, serialized, all one word, all lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raised on Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of Stan Lee? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Do you think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.